It's up to you. You can ask her. She's the one taking the video, right?
Okay, so hi, my name is Darren, and our group is called SIMRAC, which stands for Make Life Simple, right? So I just want to introduce my group members. I'm Darren. He's Liu Yi, Zhao Han, Wei Liang, and Jaren. Okay, so I'll begin. Okay, so the previous groups did awesome, and we hope to learn something. So let's finish up this quick. So show of hands, anyone ever rush back to keep their things or their clothes or whatever that's hanging outside when it rains? Yeah,
yes,
thanks.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm sure most of us have, right? So the SIM rack is known as the Make Life Simple rack. It's an invention by our group. So it solves the fundamental problem of people leaving their laundry out when it rains, and then, leaving their laundry out when it's sunny and then rushing back when it rains. So the mere fact is that we are all lazy people. We want food delivered to us at a moment's notice. We want automatic vacuum robots, and we want toilets that spray our bums so that we don't have to wipe it. So we can all agree that we need automation in our lives, and the majority of our society will benefit from using technology to solve problems. And we believe that the whole of Singapore will want to do something about this rushing back here and there drying issue. So in this presentation, we'll be talking about how we can use technology and automation to help us in our daily life. Moving on, the content page will be as follows. So I'm going to talk about the introduction. Then product specifications will be spoken about by Liu Yi. Markets will be spoken about by Zhao Han. Business goals and financial matrix will be discussed by Wei Liang, and intellectual property will be discussed by Jaren. Moving on. So introduction. So the statistics is as shown. Okay, so we have 4,612,000 people living in HDB flats in Singapore. So we have all the people, right? We can condense it into 1 million, just about 1 million households living in HDB flats. Then we have a HDB penetration rate of 81%, as you can see in the statistics. Moving on. So an overview. So the situation is as follows. We have small flats, and then we don't really have space in our house because now HDB flats are shrinking. We don't have space to hang our clothes indoors for most of the people that are surveyed. And so we like to hang our laundry outdoors for some of us. And so how do we hang it outdoors? We hang it through a bamboo pole, or some kind of slot outside the window, or some kind of guide rail, right? So the problem is as shown, we have a falling risk of bamboo poles dropping, or you have clothes dropping off. Or then we have another problem, the fundamental problem, which is laundry gets wet when it rains and we cannot rush back to keep it in time. And so this is a possible business opportunity that we've identified, and that's why SIMRAC was formed. So I'm going to talk about survey interpretation. So we discussed about whether we should have a survey, a focus group, or a personalized interview. So in the interest of time, we chose to have a survey. And so we asked some profile questions. So out of the people that we profiled, we found that 74.6% are millennials, which is defined as the people that are like 20 to 40 years old, 38 years old now. So we have 87.3% living in HDB flats. So we have 50.9% of people drying clothes outside the house, and that is effectively our main customer base. And so we really have to have marketing and sales strategies to entice the 49.1% right after our phase one, which is to attract those who hang clothes outside the house first. So we have 45.5% drying clothes a few times a week, and that is actually a pretty high frequency. Everyone dries clothes pretty often. And so with this increased frequency of drying clothes, we can foresee that our product will regularly use, and we feel that you'll benefit them quite on an often basis. So 64.3% of those who dry clothes outside actually dry on a bamboo pole. And only this small yellow portion, 3.5%, are using smart racks, and that is a business opportunity that we've identified. So 89.3% feel that constantly checking for clothes outside when it rains and then rushing back to keep it, in the event of adverse weather, that's a big chore to them. And so this set rack solves the problem of keeping the clothes and people fearing that the clothes will drop or the pole will drop itself. So product questions. 81.5 cite affordability as a major concern. Then finally, on a scale of 1 to 7, how likely will you purchase this product assuming it's within your desired price? Most people put 6 or 7. So what can we extrapolate from this survey is that assuming the product is within the desired price, there's a high likelihood of purchase, because why? The product will be the only thing will be the only friction. The core idea of the product is appealing. So moving on, I'll pass the mic on to Liu Yi to talk about the specifications of the product.
Thank you, Derek. Hi, I'm Nui. I will introduce our product simulator. First of all, we need to show my storyboard first. Show video.
Oh, it's raining. Clothes outside. I need to go. Oh, my clothes. Wait, what happened? Oh no!
A few moments later.
My clothes are all wet. Hey, Derek, you don't want to cook today?
Guys, what's the rush? Guys, this is my smart drying rack.
What's that?
So when it rains, the rack will bring your clothes in. And when it's sunny, the rack will bring your clothes out.
Wow. What good things are tidy? Can you show us?
Yeah, you want to see pictures? Sure. Here you go. Isn't it cool?
Yeah, so cool.
Wow.
Hey, what's this? How does it work?
Wow. Got a lot of questions, huh?
Yeah, because I want to buy. Mystery.
You're all interested, right?
Yes.
Let's all find out more about the product and the presentation.
Thank you for serving for watching. I come to my presentation.
Some technical difficulties.
So actually this is a 3D drawing. Is our sim drawing rack. We have a reading sensor to detect the reader. We also have a mobile phone control. This have two functions. One is gesture control. One is button control. Moving on, I will talking about our product specification. Product specification, we have a community price. Easy to operate by people of all ages. So product is ensure design as well, design and robust controls. So product have a technology features, less monitor requests. Product have seen a fees most technical environments. So moving on, I will test that pass to my time. Go to the next speaker, Zhao Han. She will talking about the target and market.
Thank you, Liu Yi. I'm Zhao Han. In this session, I would like to introduce our primary market and secondary market. For people who are living in the high-risk housing, we will be target as our premier market, such as HDB and private condominium. According to the Department of Statistics Singapore in last year June, estimated population in Singapore is about 5.7 million. Approximately 78.6% of resident population, or 1,079,200 households, are living in the public housing, which managed by HDB, managed by HDB in Singapore. The government will also launch up to 3,000 BTO HDB flat in 2020. Hence, we believe that the potential of the HDB market is large. We will set set as we'll target this 3,000 HDB flats, following by other HDBs such as resale flats in the future as our part of the premium market. Here we will apply the premium business model in our in this HDB project, which we will cooperate with the HDB and provide complimentary installation of our SIM rack. This is to let the household enjoy the full features of our product. So after the trial period, they can just they simply pay one-time payment to get the ownership for a lifetime. So for those living in the private condominiums, there will be another segment. There's a 16.2% of all housing in Singapore. Moving to the secondary markets, we will more focus on getting sales by those indirect channels. Based on the research outcome, we will implement enhanced and online shopping strategy on platforms such as eBay, Lazada, etc. So this will enable us to reach our target market. So next, I will pass to William to share about business goal.
Okay, let's talk about the starting of the market. As well, I will talk about the business goals. For our product, we have defined some business goals, which including the budget, timeline, and the cost price, profit margins. Okay, first one is the development budget. The item cost is for individual items, which include the raw material and the labor cost. The startup cost is 10 units product cost only and does not include other costs as shown in the slides. You can refer to the slides. Okay, next one is the development timeline. This is our new product, the development strategy in Gantt chart. Ultimately, we are targeting a time to market of about 6 months from the idea generation to the final commercialization. This is all based on our estimate. If we need more time, we can have A/B testing, more surveys or focus group or something others. Okay, last one is the margin and cost. Our cost to produce for each one is $128. You can see from the table. So we are planning to sell it at a price of $200. From this one, we can earn approximately 56% of the profit margin. Currently, a similar product on the market is over $200. For example, Xiaomi product is $299. LED laundry rack is $285, and the Maple is about $300. So our product price is quite competitive. As more as the product are sold, after we get some market, the product price can be reduced further. This is similar to the strategy which we use in our platform game. Okay, thank you. Next one, I will pass to Jaren for the IP topic.
Thank you, William. My name is Jaren. I'll be talking about the intellectual property of this product. So, intellectual property is touch on the legal requirements for the product to check that our product is not similar to other types of products that are market for patent applications. So we found that our product have 3 key features that are different from other similar products in the market. So feature number 1 is we use rollers instead of the usual poles for hanging out clothes. So I'm sure many of us have not used our thin rollers where we hang our clothes, right? We only hang our clothes up to the poles normally when we dry our clothes. So for our products, we actually innovate this design to change from poles to rollers. So we can actually hook on the rollers and just spin it out to cover maximum distance and spread out the clothes to dry them evenly for maximum ventilation. Feature number 2 that we have that is different from other similar products out there is that we'll be using what we learned in BTech electronics, like FPGA microcontroller that we learned from previous modules. We're going to write the code to monitor the rainfall and to review the codes back in when the weather starts raining. So this key feature is also different from other products out there because we build the product ourselves and write the code ourselves, applying all the things that we learned from BTech with it. Then the feature number 3 is we have the mobile app for the phone. Let's say we wake up in the morning, then we can set a timer for this clothes hanging rack, such that let's say we want to keep the clothes within 8 hours, we can set a timer for this mobile app. So it's very hassle-free. You can be watching television, then you want to keep your clothes, you don't even have to go outside and keep happy. Any of us keep our clothes using the night time to dry our clothes. So you can just press through the mobile app, then the clothes will roll in by itself. Yeah, so we search for the similar products out there. There is Xiaomi, Mr. Boy, and the Group Splendor. So all these products are actually from the United States and Canada. They are cold winter countries. They use the LED to dry their clothes, so it's mainly indoors. Ours is outdoors, and we don't use LED, so it's definitely about $150 cheaper. So definitely our product is one of the most affordable one around to dry our clothes effectively, considering the Singapore weather, and so we build our product that is here. Yeah, so to wrap it up, we have drawn a prototype of this product by our team, not me. So you can see that this is the design of product. Yeah, we'll be using rollers instead of the poles for drying our clothes. We can use our phone to just key in the timing that we want to keep our clothes, and the timer will reset, and then when the time is up, then you roll back the clothes by itself. So you don't have to be worried that your clothes will be wet, and you can prepare for next day for work. So yeah, that's what I have to say, and pass it back to Jaren.
Okay, so for the modern household, in addition to robot vacuum cleaners, there are smart toothbrushes that detect lights and switch on when people are in the room, or even smart switches that cut off power to prevent extra power loss. So in the same vein, SimRack was created to bring the benefits of technology to everyday users. So to recap, I gave an intro. Liu Yi talked about the product specifications. Zhao Han talked about where we will sell the product. We then discussed with everyone how much we will sell it. Finally, Jaren talked about IP and how we will protect the product against our competitors. So for many high-rise flat owners, it can be seen from our market research that there is a large underserved need for increased automation to help us in our daily lives, to save us some work. And we hope that this product will meet the needs of consumers upon commercialization. Thank you.
It's pretty.
Right, so appearance was good and professional. There were a lot of statistics that y'all used to establish credibility. That was good. And even the overview slide that conveyed the problem very clearly. Other than that, generally everyone was confident in the way y'all spoke. Just remember not to say so all the time. Use alternative words, other transition words. Okay, that's all from me.
Okay, good luck to you guys. Wonderful. Okay, we're gonna go
Spray bag.
spray bag.
Teamwork question. You got a
Oh, teamwork question. Yes. How well is your teamwork coming along? Are you guys gelling okay? Having challenges to work with each other?
Good.
Everybody is making their contributions. Yeah. All right. Good luck to you.